circuit with an ignition coil. Make sure all connections are tight and secure. Testing the candle. Start the engine or ignition coil and observe whether the spark plug is generating sparks consistently. Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. Today, we're going to show you how you can turn your hand drill into a super effective sanding tool using simple materials you probably already have at home. This trick will save you time and money, making any sanding project much easier. So stay tuned and let's go step by step. For this project, you will need the following materials: a manual drill, sandpaper of your choice, it can be wood, metal, etc., a cylindrical piece of wood or a rubber cylinder fits into the drill chuck, strong glue or strong adhesive tape, scissors or utility knife. Make sure the sandpaper is the appropriate type and grit for your specific project. First, let's prepare the sandpaper. Cut the sandpaper into strips that are wide enough to cover the wooden or rubber cylinder you have chosen. The length of the strips should be enough to go around the cylinder a few times, ensuring that it stays completely covered. Now, let's get to the assembly. Take the cylinder and apply strong glue to one end, or use strong tape to secure the end of the sandpaper to the cylinder. Wrap the sandpaper tightly around the cylinder, ensuring it fits snugly and has no gaps. When you reach the end of the sandpaper, apply more glue or tape to fix the final end of the sandpaper to the cylinder, ensuring that it does not come off during use. Let the glue dry completely if using glue. With the cylinder covered in sandpaper, we will now fit it into the drill. Adjust the drill chuck to securely hold the cylinder. Make sure it's securely in place and, voila, your sanding tool is assembled and ready to use. Let's do a quick demonstration so you can see how this tool works in practice. Turn on the drill and start sanding the desired surface with smooth, controlled movement. See how the sandpaper acts uniformly and effectively, making the work easier. Here are some additional tips. Always wear safety equipment, such as protective glasses and a mask, to avoid inhaling dust particles. If you need to sand corners or smaller areas, you can use cylinders of different diameters to adapt the tool. After use, store the sandpaper and cylinder in a dry place to prevent them from being damaged. And that's it. With this simple modification, you transform your drill into a powerful sanding tool, ready for any project. 3.689 5000. Now let's see a super interesting DIY project that I'm sure you'll love. We will show you how to make homemade spark plug. This project is simple, practical, and can be very useful, especially for those who like working with engines or want to learn something new. So stay with us and discover how to create your own spark plug. Before we get started, let's talk a little about what spark plugs are and why you might want to make your own. Spark plugs are essential components for internal combustion engines, responsible for igniting the air and fuel mixture. We typically buy ready-made spark plugs, but knowing how to make your own can be a valuable skill, especially in situations where you need a quick or custom solution. For this project, you will need nickel wire electrodes. These will be the spark plug contact. Ceramic insulator. This component helps to isolate the electrical current. Metallic connector to connect the spark plug to the engine. Basic tools: pliers, wire cutter, sandpaper, and a drill. Let's go step by step. Now, let's move on to making the homemade spark plug. Preparing the electrodes. Cut 2 pieces of nickel wire, one for the center electrode and one for the side electrode. Using pliers, bend one of the pieces of wire at a 90-degree angle. Form the side electrode. Assembling the ceramic insulator. Use a small ceramic tube as an insulator. You can find this at electrical supply stores or recycle old candles. Insert the central electrode into the ceramic tube, making sure it is well positioned in the center. Attaching the electrodes. Place the side electrode so that it is a small distance from the center electrode, creating a space for the spark. Use sandpaper to ensure that the ends of the electrodes are clean and free from oxidation, allowing good electrical conduction. Connecting to metallic connector. Attach the bottom part of the central electrode to a metal connector, which can be a battery terminal or similar part that fits into the engine. Make sure the connection is firm to avoid loss of contact during use. Finishing. Reinforce the assembly with a protective cover if necessary to ensure durability and safety. Test the spark plug on a small engine or test circuit to make sure it is working properly. Ready! You've just made your own homemade spark plug. Now let's do a quick demonstration to see how the homemade spark plug works. Connect the spark plug to a small engine or use a test circuit with an ignition coil. Make sure all connections are tight and secure. Testing the candle. Start the engine or ignition coil and observe whether the spark plug is generating sparks consistently. If it doesn't work immediately, adjust the distance between the electrodes or check the connection. This handcrafted spark plug can be used in a variety of engine types, from small lawnmower engines to experimental engine design. So now you know how to make your own homemade spark plug. It's a simple project, but it can be extremely useful for anyone who likes tinkering with engines or needs a quick and practical solution. Here are some final tips. Always test your candles in a safe, controlled environment. Keep tools and materials organized to make future projects easier. Experiment with different types of wires and insulation materials to optimize the performance of your candle. Pay close attention now because we're going to share an amazing trick that can completely transform the way you sharpen your electric shaver. Just imagine, a drop of a magical liquid can make even the dullest electric shaver instantly sharp. Seems too good to be true, right? Stay with us and discover this surprising secret. Let's get straight to the point. The secret is to use machine oil, also known as precision oil. This oil is commonly used to lubricate sewing machines and other precision tools. You know that it can also be used to sharpen razors electrical. Here's what you'll need. Machine oil, precision oil, blind electric shaver, clean cloth, water sandpaper, which is optional for extra maintenance. I will show you how to apply this trick in simple steps. Quick, easy, and it really works. We will now demonstrate how to use machine oil to sharpen your electric shaver. Shaver preparation. Make sure the electric shaver is clean and dry. If there is dirt or residue, wipe it off with a dry cloth. Oil application. Place a small drop of machine oil directly on the electric shaver blades. Use your finger or a cloth to spread the oil evenly across all the blades. Sharpening action. The magic happens when you turn on the shaver and let it run for a few minutes, allowing the oil to thoroughly penetrate the blades. Make smooth and even movements, if possible. Use a leather surface or a leather strip to assist in the process. If you don't have leather, a strip of denim or even a piece of thick cardboard can work. Sharpening test. After a few movements, test the sharpness of the electric shaver. You will find that even the dullest electric shaver will become considerably sharper. If the electric shaver still doesn't look the way you want, repeat the process a few more times. You might be wondering why this works so well. Machine oil has a few properties that make it ideal for this trick. Lubrication. Oil reduces friction between the blades, allowing for smoother glide and more effective sharpening. Protection. In addition to sharpening, the oil helps protect the blades against corrosion and rust. Chemical action. Some machine oils contain additives that help clean and polish the metal, removing microparticles that may be dulling the edge of the blades. With this, you not only sharpen the electric shaver, but also extend its useful life. So now you know how a simple drop of machine oil can turn a dull electric shaver into a sharp, ready-to-use tool. This trick is perfect for anyone who needs a quick and effective solution without having to spend money on expensive sharpeners or new equipment. Here are some final tips. Regular maintenance. Apply machine oil and use stropping regularly to keep your blades sharp. Storage. Store your electric shaver in dry places and apply a thin layer of oil before storing to prevent rust. Caution. Always handle your electric shaver with care, especially after sharpening, to avoid accident. 3.582/5000. If you liked the video so far, you'll like it even more because we're going to reveal a secret that the manufacturers don't want you to know. You know those rusty pliers that are lying in your toolbox? You don't need to replace it with a new one. In today's video, we'll show you how to repair and restore rusty pliers, leaving them as shiny as new. Stay with us and learn this amazing trick. Everyone who works with tools knows that over time, rust can strike. Rusty tools not only look unsightly, they can also lose their efficiency and even become unsafe to use. But before you think about spending money buying one new pliers, how about trying to restore them? With a few simple steps, you can make your pliers shine again and work like they were new. To get started, here are the materials you will need. White vinegar, excellent for removing rust. Baking soda helps neutralize the vinegar and clean the surface. Wire brush or old toothbrush for scrubbing off rust. Fine sandpaper. Finish and remove rust residue. Lubricating oil to protect the tool after cleaning. Clean cloth for drying and polishing the pliers. With these materials in hand, let's go step by step. Now, let's start restoring the pliers. Soaking in vinegar. Place the rusty pliers in a container and cover completely with white vinegar. Leave the pliers to soak in the vinegar for at least 24 hours. The acetic acid in vinegar helps loosen rust from the metal surface. Scrubbing the rust. After 24 hours, remove the pliers from the vinegar. Use a wire brush or old toothbrush to scrub away the loose rust. Be meticulous and remove as much rust as possible. Neutralization with sodium bicarbonate. Prepare a solution of baking soda and water, 1 tablespoon of baking soda to 1 glass of water. Immerse the pliers in the solution for a few minutes. This neutralizes the acid in the vinegar and helps clean the metal. Sanding. If there are still rust stains, use fine sandpaper to remove the remaining residue. Sand gently until the surface of the pliers is clean and even. Lubrication. Dry the pliers completely with a clean cloth. Apply a thin layer of lubricating oil to all moving parts and the metal surface to prevent future oxidation and keep the pliers running smoothly. Final polishing. Use the clean cloth to polish the pliers, removing any excess oil and giving it a final shine. Ready. Your pliers are now restored, shiny, and functional as new. 3.582/5000. Let's see the end result. Compare the pliers before and after restoration. Impressive, isn't it? This simple and economical method can save your old tools and make them look like new again. And best of all, you save money and contribute for sustainability by reducing waste. Now you know how to restore rusty pliers and make them shine like new. This trick is a great way to breathe new life into your tools and keep them in excellent condition. Here are some final tips. Proper storage. Store your tools in dry locations and use silica gel packets to absorb moisture. Regular maintenance. Clean and lubricate your tools regularly to prevent rust from forming. Extra protection. Consider applying a coat of protective metal varnish to further protect your tools. To finish this sequence of tricks, we're going to reveal an impressive trick. We'll help you repair old batteries at home without having to pay a specialist. You will only need Coca-Cola and water. That's right, and at the end, we will test the battery with a lamp and confirm the result with a professional digital multimeter. Stay with us and learn this incredible and economical method. Everyone has been in the situation of having a battery that appears to be completely discharged and useless. Normally, the solution would be to buy a new one. This can be expensive. However, there is a homemade trick that can give these batteries a new lease of life, old, using ingredients you probably already have at home. In this video, we will use Coca-Cola and water to try to recover the charge of an old battery. Coca-Cola contains phosphoric acid, which can help remove corrosion and restore battery capacity. For this project, you will need old battery. It can be from a car, motorcycle, or any other rechargeable type. Coca-Cola, a small bottle or can. Distilled water, available in supermarkets and auto parts stores. Clean cloth, for drying and cleaning the battery. Lamp, to test battery charge. Digital multimeter, to measure battery voltage. Funnel, to facilitate filling the battery, which is also optional. Let's go step by step. Now, let's go to the battery repair process. Battery preparation. Disconnect the battery from any device and clean the terminals with a dry cloth to remove visible dirt and debris. Adding Coca-Cola. Carefully open the battery cell covers. Using a funnel if necessary, pour some Coca-Cola into each battery cell. Phosphoric acid in Coca-Cola will help dissolve internal corrosion. Let Coca-Cola act. Leave the Coca-Cola inside the battery for about 15 to 30 minutes. During this time, the acid should be working to clean the internal plaques. Rinse with distilled water. After the action period, empty the Coca-Cola from the battery. Rinse the battery cells with distilled water to remove any Coca-Cola residue. Distilled water is important because it does not contain minerals that could cause further corrosion. Recharge the battery. Fill the battery cells with distilled water to the appropriate level. Connect the battery to a suitable charger and allow it to charge completely. This may take a few hours depending on the battery condition. Let's now test the battery to see if our trick worked. Test with the lamp. Connect the battery to a lamp to see if it lights up. If the lamp comes on, this is a good sign that the battery is supplying electrical current. Test with the multimeter. Use a digital multimeter to measure the battery voltage. Place the multimeter probes on the battery terminals, red on positive and black on negative. Read the voltage on the display. Fully charged car battery, for example, should have a voltage of about 12.6, 12.8 volt. If the voltage is close to these values, it means the battery has been successfully restored. So now you know how to fix old batteries at home using Coca-Cola and distilled water. This method is easy, affordable, and can save you a pretty penny. Here are some final tips. Safety first. Always handle batteries with care. Wear protective gloves and perform the procedure in a well-ventilated area. Regular maintenance. To extend the life of your battery, regularly check the distilled water level and keep the terminals clean. Recycling. If the battery cannot be recovered, dispose of it correctly at a suitable recycling point. We hope you enjoyed this amazing trick. If you found all these tricks useful, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive notifications of new videos. Share your own experiences in the comments, and let us know if you have any other tricks to share with us. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.